Hello, hello, hello. Oh boy, that's loud. Jeez, okay. I'm back, everybody. How you doing? Sorry about the extended break. Alright. Anime's back! Oh shit! Excuse me. I gotta update all this stuff. Hold on. There we go. There we go. There we go! Yeah, this opening's pretty sweet. Oh, Seaweebs, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. Is it wrong to say I've only beat Metal Gear Solid 2? Absolutely not, man. Yeah, I'm gonna let the anime roll. There's one thing I love, it's hyper classy, cutty up anime intros. Also, so, man, I had to do some emergency archaeology. Oh, there it is. My anime salvation has arrived. So, I dusted off the old 360, tried to find a USB charging cable for controller and couldn't. So instead, wound up plugging in a Battlefield 4 controller because it's USB direct into the controller. So, let's see here. Inherently Picnic had a 2-month Prime sub during the break. Other than that, you're good to go. Wow, Chris, man, thank you so much for keeping track of that. Jeez. Oh, the video of me playing Danganronpa is the reason you bought it. The second one, played through both of them? Wow, cool, Grizzled Boar. I'm glad you liked it. You're obviously much faster at playing games than I am. Is it wrong to say I also really enjoyed the Danganronpa anime? Also, thanks for tweeting it out. Oh, nothing's wrong when it comes to anime. That's why anime's so great. But I gotta play Subhype. So, yes, Inherently Picnic. Thank you. Yeah, Kinson, there's no Nightbot here. It's balls out. Yeah, Eloy, a lot of people have told me that. I don't have to play the first one. I want to, though. I also like, I like Platinum Games. It's been on my list for a long time, so I figure now is as good a time as any. Okay. So, sorry, I gotta mute that rollicking menu track for a little bit while I scout out a good sub-hype. So I apologize, people. Apologize. But, this is a really good album, so it's not going to take me long to find a good one. Sorry for spamming about the time. No worries. Just wanted to make sure I got out on time. And I did. So, everything worked out. Alright. What is it? Something Picnic. Inherently Picnic. That's it. Thanks for subbing for 2 months on Twitch Prime. Here's your jam. Polls, is this Kraftwerk? Not quite. Kraftwerk isn't quite so funky, not quite so chill. Kraftwerk ain't got no chill. All right, let's get back and see some high schoolers get murdered. Apparently, I'm still in chapter 1. All right. The time you were gone, I watched the clusterfuck that is the Independence Day sequel. Oh man, that's actually one of my favorite shitty movies of late. It's The Morning. Okay. That's right, everything you do costs time. I don't know why there's a lint roller. I don't remember a whole lot. Maybe I should, but I won't. There's also... Hold on. What's the help me button? There's a button that highlights all interactable stuff. It wasn't that. It says help is back. Doesn't help me. Doesn't help me. Maybe if I disconnect my controller. I've got an Xbox controller that's just kind of on permalink. Are you gonna switch over to computer icons now? No, you're not. Alright, well, that's just the way it goes. I spend my Saturday or Sunday nights watching at least one mindless movie. I respect that. Left bumper. I don't know what that is. playing on WASD because I'm an asshole. Oh, whatever. I don't know what left bumper is. Also don't know what I should do. I'm probably supposed to hang out with what's her name, right? The perfect anime girl. I mean, I guess that's true no matter what. Well, I found her. Okay, so it's kind of like Persona. You just make a very totemistic decision about who you spend time with and who you talk to. That song was from Coco's solo career between the breakup of Sex Bomb Choco Boys. Yes, it was. Which is why it's missing that magic. Talk with anyone you like. Okay. Aren't all anime girls by definition perfect? Well, okay, so a 2D girl has an advantage on a 3D girl for sure, but that doesn't make them perfect to start. They didn't even show me what they were talking about? I don't know what I have to give. Also, I don't know her well enough to know what she would like. So I'm not giving you shit. Okay, well, they tell me after the fact. Alright. What's up, Roach? Currently at work, counting tips, drinking Grey Goose, and watching my stream. Man, that sounds pretty nice. What's up, Franklin? Thank you for the tip. Give that bitch a question mark. Bitches love question marks. Like destinies to fight. Damn. Okay. Sakura's pretty fucking badass. Gee, I wonder. Do you get more like closeness points with him if you answer questions correctly? Or does it mean nothing? It plays a nice sound, so that's cool. Ooh. Uh-oh. I don't know who her greatest rival is. Thank you, Mike Sig, for the resub. Yeah, just go like stream's back. I did it. Oh, alright. What? I got skill points. I didn't know that there were skill points. You'll get abilities. Gotcha. Except of a one-liner, you don't miss anything. Now you can get skills if you talk to them a certain amount of times. The game is pretty easy. Sorry for backseating. Yes, you move on towards her ending. Gotcha. Can you tell us more about Staples and Best Buy? Not unprompted. That was funny because it was in a video and it was edited a certain way. I don't think freebasing it's going to be much more interesting. Okay, hold on a minute. So how do I buy skills? Max SP +1. Alright. To Infamous, 19-month resub. God damn. God damn. That's a lot of months. Well, okay. Is it another menu somewhere? Truth bullets for class trials. That's right, that's the, you said that was like the Phoenix Wright portion of the game? Hey, perfect anime girl! Tried tab? Yeah. Oh god, she's giggling. You have to wait until you unlock them. Gotcha. So not only do you need the points, you have to wait until the skills unlock. Give that bitch a ring! Oh, I already did. I'm pretty sure she's gonna be the first one to die, so I probably shouldn't be wasting all my presents on her. I cleared the prologue. Take this, please. Oh. Oh, that's cute. I have video game for you. It's good game. I hope you like it. A mature game designed for the fun plane. Massive god handing out divine punishment to puny mortals. Give her that. Give. Bitches love video games. The one-liner was for the gift. You don't buy skills in Danganronpa 1. You get them automatically. You apply them before each trial. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, J. Cruz, I knew it was dependent on the character. Oh! Aw. She's so embarrassed. Oh, of course. That's what you meant. What an amusing situation. Ho 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 ho. She thought she was hitting on him. Ho 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 ho. Alright. Alright. Yeah, we're friends. You just got friend zoned, homie. Oh yeah, you're not gonna ask her. There, see? Just pointing up that information. Good job, Antonius. Good job with your show. I'm glad it went well. How long are your sets these days? I'm curious. I've never had to fill time like that. Never once, so. She's playing with her hair. We can't fuck until we escape. But you have to protect me and definitely not murder me. Man. Between 5 and 15 minutes. Depends on the place in the show. Okay. Man. I think maybe I could probably come up with enough of a set for 5 minutes, and it'd probably be pretty bad. Commented on the latest Funhouse video how Hello Neighbor's kind of like RE7? You're getting chased by a creepy dude in a creepy house. Looking for random objects to do weird things in stupid places. It's actually a really good point. It's a really good point. What's this anime about? Black Spikes. It's, a bunch of kids wake up in a high school that's all bolted shut. Like, all the doors are locked shut, all the windows are covered with metal. And they're told they have to live there. And there are, like, certain rules that govern what they can do when they're there. There's an ambulatory bear who talks to them. And essentially it creates a situation where they're encouraged to murder each other. I think... I don't remember specifically. Someone else in chat can fill in all the details, but it's like if you kill somebody, you get to go free. So it's sort of like a prisoner's dilemma type deal. 15 minutes is fucking hard. I literally tell every joke I have in those situations, and it's a goddamn struggle. I can imagine, man. That's such an important skill, to be able to, like, read an audience and figure out rhythm. To me, rhythm and tempo is the most important thing. And I mean, you do it for a living, or rather, you do it more than I do. But it seems to me that that's so critical, to feel the vibe in the room and deliver jokes in the right flow. Alright, so, cool. Talked to a couple of very fine ladies and called it a day. Yeah. Monokuma. I just realized it's Monokuma, which is one bear, but there are many bears. So, I think one exploded and there was just another one. Mm-hmm. Well, that was fun. The game was around 40 hours, wow. Can you move your face cam? Yes, what is it covering up? I thought that was a good place for it, but... Oh, it's covering up the subtitles, I'm a fucking idiot. There we go. Ooh, Eloy! Thank you for the sub! Let me play you a song. I'm gonna let it rest on this song while I try to find one for your hype. Alright, now I have to mute it because I have to actually listen to this. Remember what this album is. Or rather, remember the track that I'm looking for. Can't read subtitles. Oh, it's fucking stupid. Should have known. That one's a little too Pollyanna. I'm not feeling that right now. Not feeling that right now. Oh boy. Man, sometimes Google Play can be weird. Sometimes it just won't play stuff. It just loses the ability to. Well, fine. I won't play that album then. Take that. Gotcha. Gotcha. How does it feel to get got? Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna play this. Fuck it. Alright, Eloy. Thank you for your sub. Please enjoy your track. Classic. Polls, you're right. That time it was Kraftwerk. And the music's back. Ooh boy. Okay. Now that you guys can 100% see the subtitles, which is a very important part of this game. I guess that's fair. Like this guy's logic. I was just gonna zero escape. I have 999 over there, just sitting, waiting to be played. Thanks for the track. No worries, man. Thank you for the sub. Thank you for the contribution. Yes, this is still a charity stream, so all revenue, all proceeds go to the ACLU. Just don't have the bot set up for tracking or anything like that. Okay, it's good. Glad I got that little dump of wisdom. Always drinking cocktails. By this bear's logic, Sonic Adventure 2 is the greatest game of all time. Well, isn't it? Think about it. '99 is pretty sweet. Steins Gate is still better, though. I haven't played either of those things, man. Who is it? Yeah. I was hoping Sayaka was so overcome by that video game that I gave her. I actually like this guy a lot. Boing. Kiyotaka. I like dudes who just scream for no reason. And people whose eyebrows get bigger the angrier they are. Oh, that's not a bad idea. Alright, mandatory breakfast. No running in a school environment. You're right. It is rude. Oh, my favorite. She's so mad. I've come to find that Sakura is a beast in bed. Fuck yes, she is. She'll tuck you into a ball, just pack you in and do what she needs to do to you. Ooh. Hello, Plizzy just subscribed. Which means it's time to find another hype. Ugh. Scrub hype. Yeah, these are flowing pretty quick. Ugh. I think I know what I'm going to play, though. Yeah, something from this. Something from this. Yeah, this one gets a little speedy. So, hello Plizzy. Thanks for subbing. Here's a jam for you. So refreshing. Soccer would make a good life coach. Soccer makes for good anything. last chapter of 15 is killing me. Help, Maddox. You just gotta get through it. Aw, she's got to prepare herself for socialization. Oh, come back, you weirdo. All right. Thank you, Flaming Squirtle. Let's have some motherfucking bacon! Man, everybody's here, ready to go? It's time for me to get some rest, but thank you for the awesome stream today. No worries, man. Just goalie, hope you sleep well. Appreciate it. Walked 7.5 miles while watching the Royal Rumble. I guess that's productive. It is! It's a lot better than just sitting there. Absolutely. Get that heart pumping a little bit. Oh, she's freaking out. Fukawa is fucking great. It's true. This is a charity stream. Yes, it is, granted hard. Or rather, maybe charity is the wrong word, but all revenue and donations from this stream will go towards the ACLU. And I will match that amount. Provided I can do that and still make rent. And if I can't, then I'll make it up in payments, you know. I don't know if you've been pestered about this, but how late are you going to stream tonight? Let's see here. It's 8:49. Another 3 hours, maybe. I gotta go to work tomorrow, but aside from that... Uh-oh. Thanks, Celeste. Actually, not only do I have to go to work tomorrow, I gotta run an errand before work. I gotta go pick up a microphone somewhere. Oh no. Oh, Celeste. Did you just get back? No, Jumbo Shrimp, I've been back for about 20 minutes. I had to eat, so I microwaved up some leftovers, and then I also hooked up my 360 because I want to start near. I'm going to start near by the end of the stream, but, oh, man, I forgot about Chihiro. Uh-oh. Fuck, I don't... Alright, I'll plug in the controller. Damn it. I don't know what the buttons are, and it's really important right now. I want to ask about this certain murderous fiend. I'm pretty sure she's talking about Monokuma, but who knows. Blam! Alright, right click. I thought it was right click, but I didn't want to be wrong. What's up, RB3D? How much sleep do you get? Around 6 to 7 hours a night. I should probably sleep more. 7 or 8 makes me feel a lot better, but lately there have been a lot of video games out that I really like, so I've been losing sleep to them. A little bit. Like, I'll push it a little hard. It's not like I'm getting 3 hours a night or whatever. Appreciate your positivity tonight on current events. Keep on doing what you're doing. It's time for me to sleep. Alright, Tiny Bear. Sleep away. I don't know, man. I don't feel very positive. I just hope that... It just feels like at some point a line has been... Like, the line got crossed. The line definitely got crossed, so... And I'm okay with people thinking that maybe it didn't get crossed and all that shit's okay. You can think that. But... I don't have to civilly tolerate you thinking that out loud. So that's where it's gonna. That's where it'll be. Oh, why did they change from Genocider CEO to Genocide Jack? Genocide Jack sounds pretty cool. That's a cool name. Jack's also kind of a killer name. I like it. It's angry. Wait, who broke a toilet? What are you talking about, Jess? Oh, Monikuma's here. What? Monokuma's got a really weird worldview. Monokuma's voice actress is the same as Doraemon? That makes sense. This was the most steamy political talk I've seen in this chat today. Not even after the election did things get this spicy? Yeah, well. I tried to steer away from those conversation points because that was me giving the benefit of the doubt. Maybe this pile of this seemingly hate-filled man won't immediately violate the US Constitution, but he did. So there you go. I just hope that the system is not so broken that he gets away with it. I'm just... my concern is it happened so fast that there had to be a plan for it. And so far, everything seems like it's 2 or 3 steps ahead. That's true. No one's killed anyone yet. There's no motivation, is there? Just have to give everyone a motive. Yeah, I was curious at what point Monokuma would start to fuck with everybody. It's no Doki Doki. Oh, jeez. Oh, there's a video room? Yeah. Who would do something like this? Zetsubo. He's a visitation of despair? Oh, okay. Character designs in this make me feel weird. Nixel, they are, absolutely. I think that's intentional. It's meant to sort of convey how desperate and unhinged the characters are, or can be. Frankie says, just calling back to earlier convos, I find the Americans lean super heavy on their constitution for a sense of right and wrong. To me as a Kiwi, it's kind of weird because we don't really have anything like that. What would you say makes that up? Just a built-in sense of patriotism or something else? Super interested to know your thoughts. That is a great, that's actually a really good question. It's something that I've wondered about a lot. Reverence of the Constitution it borders on religion, where it's a way to... My theory, and it's purely a theory, is that it's something to point to as the litmus test of whether or not a policy agrees with your country's values. Like we don't have to say what is being an American. It's right there. That's it. It's all written out. And I think part of that is also having kind of a young country that is still sort of figuring out its identity. And by young, I mean compared to the world, America is still pretty young. So we have a document that should have informed all policy and all actions in regards to human beings. Yes, it was kind of being violated even when the country was founded because slavery was legal. But you know, there were amendments and all that stuff. So as much as it is a living document, or even that's up for debate, but as much as it is something that kind of matures and changes with the time, what America is should boil down to the Constitution, because it is the emotion behind the law that governs our country. So I think invoking the Constitution or comparing stuff to the Constitution, that's the whole name of the game. That's the one of the most basic tenets of our entire government structure. So PayPal wouldn't let you donate. Did it say why? Well, it says, this is just my opinion, but patriotism seems a bit foolish. We didn't choose the country of our birth. Why be proud of something that was forced upon us literally from birth? I mean, yes, Omar, I tend to agree with you. I think you choose the country... Once you become old enough to make your own decisions, you can choose the country you want to ally with, or the country that you feel most resonates with you as a human being. So, no, I've always thought that was kind of strange. It's kind of like family, you know, you're born with your family. And I think there's always something important about that. It'll always be a part of you. But you can, Oh. I seem to recall that Kurt Gödel found that the U.S. Constitution contains legal measures for replacing itself with a fascist regime. It kind of seems like that's what's happening now. And I don't want to be alarmist, but the... Yeah, anime the pain away, granted. I hear ya. To me... So there's two things that are really scary. One is that an executive order was passed that explicitly is about religion. Even if you... And I think pretty weak-heartedly, even if you try to weakly defend that it's not a ban on Muslims, it does explicitly show favor to Christians. Explicitly. In the word. And that is supposed to be against everything this country stands for. So, that sucks. The other part that sucks is that the federal courts put a stay on it, and the enforcement of that is still kind of iffy. It almost seems like there's a power vacuum now. So, if the legal enforcement in this country refuses to obey with the federal courts, that is... Now we have an outright power struggle between branches of government. And if the executive branch wins that power struggle, they control the entire U.S. government. Checks and balances be damned. And that's when you have a fascist government. So, yeah, Bland's word, that interview is kind of telling as well, so... Those are the scary parts, and I think it really comes down to what's going to happen in the next week or so, how quickly things move. I think the Trump administration has proven they're willing to move very fast, especially with all of the people they've been firing and replacing. When you handed nuclear control to a group of people, and now you're like, I don't know where that goes. I hope it doesn't go where it could go. This world is getting really scary. It kind of is, yeah. But whatever. It's up to each individual person to decide what they want to do and the kind of world they want to build for themselves and for future people. So... Yes, there's a video room, come on. It was even marked on the map. I think. All these Unreal standards for men. That is one of the, I remember I used to get pretty worried about animes and how hot all the dudes were. I was like, I can never be anime hot. I also forgot how to run. Oh, that's strafe. It's downstairs? Okay. Gotta relearn the controls on... Ugh. Nope, pause. I forgot where map is. Oh boy. Okay, it's Y. Downstairs. I don't see it downstairs. I see this thing. Are you watching any anime shows this season? Yeah. Not to completion though, because I'm an asshole. Oh, okay, here we go. Which girl are you trying to bang? J. Cruz, I haven't decided yet. Which is to say all of them. Hey! I guess these are the DVDs. Oh! I've always thought a strong sense of patriotism in the U.S. is something so cool and kind of sucks that it isn't strong in New Zealand. But I also have to admit it is kind of scary sometimes. It can be. There's a fine line between pride and anger. Jingoism, kind of. Where it's almost like it's a decision to make the world zero sum. Where like I can have pride in my thing, and the way I express that is by trying to promote it above everything else. Or I have pride in my thing and I want to work alongside you. Like we both get better. It's not that you have to get worse so I get better. That's the kind of America that scares me. The one that doesn't want to get better with the rest of the world. It wants to get better at the expense of the rest of the world. The America that wants to take things because it can. That's not patriotism. I guess in a way it is, kind of, yeah. It's like, no, I wanna make America better no matter what. No matter why. But shit, man. It's just like, fuck the rest of the world. Even though you're in the world. You're in it. Just like the Minutemen. Like, fuck the Minutemen and fuck Preston. I'm familiar with that. My country for right or wrong, to be followed when right, to be corrected when wrong. Okay, whatever. I get worried when patriotism turns into nationalism. That's a pretty good way of putting it, yeah. That is when it gets frustrating. Sorry, I was getting distracted. Did I take the DVDs? Let's throw them in! Start watching. What else are we gonna do? There we go. Just watch mine real quick. This is the Japanese spinoff of 11 Little Roosters. Yeah, what? They copied our shit, man. Alright. Okay, so he's got, like, blackmail material on everybody.
Makoto-kun, あなたが希望が峰学園に選ばれるなんて夢みたいだわ。頑張ってね。
The prime example of U.S. patriotism for me, and the one that I think the rest of the world knows, is the USA chant. Yeah. I mean, usually that can be fun when it's like an esports event, you know? Rather than arguing about which anime chicks we're gonna plow, we're arguing about politics. You're right. We should get back into talking about animes. Not sure if you heard, but California's debating secession. I mean, not... Is it seriously, like, at the state government level? People have talked about it, but I don't think anyone's actually discussing that as a reality. Was anime hot as Lars in Sex Choco Boys, and that's coming from a male. Was anime hot as Sex Viromez, I think I missed an important part of that message. Uh-oh. But now what? Oh. What's up, Flatline? Thank you for the tip. What's really worrying is the fact that the people are the variable that are willing to step in and stop unjust movements when American politicians won't, whereas government regulation when you need it. Well, that was the whole point. It's spreading the idea that Van is pro-Cal exit. That doesn't surprise me. One less problem for him. Less votes in the Senate, you know, for him to have to deal with. You know any good conventions that happen in California? Sure. Anime Expo, baby! Oh. Oh no. This is Monokuma. You said you used to be afraid you weren't anime hot and we're helping you. Gotcha! Oh man. Oh, I hear you. Okay, sorry. Sorry, Swesty. It came a bit after I said that, so I got disconnected mentally from it. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad that it didn't take me long to achieve true anime hotness. And yeah, I gotta get back in Sayaka's pants for sure. Play more Yakuza 0. I did a little bit, Scully, yeah. I played like another chunk in the beginning. Huh, okay. Oh, he's so mad. You got your family. Actually, you got your couch, really. Oh boy. Now he's panicking. Man. Soundtrack is fucking great. What's your motive, baby? Gotta motivate you a little bit. Get you stabbing people. Wait, does this politics cross Danganronpa? Might get mad at me when it comes to politics. If I explain my opinions, you'll probably ban me from this chat. Well, if you think that, then there's no reason for you to share them, is there? It's almost like you should have the social awareness to know that your edgy opinions may not be welcome in a place, and you can just quietly keep them to yourself. That's called social graces, something that people don't seem to have much of anymore. It's used to talking on the internet, where it's a competition to say the most fucked up thing you possibly can. It's not how people talk. Not a day goes by where I hope and pray that I become anime hot. You gotta make your dreams real, man. Have you played a Phoenix Wright game before? Yeah, I played them all up until the Miles Edgeworth game. Which I actually wanted to get, but it's not available on 3DS, and it's not available on mobile. It's like the lost Phoenix Wright game. Maybe I should just skip up and get the newest 3DS one, like Dual Destinies or whatever. Played Zero Escape. I started it, yeah. I think for the resub, Halo do that. There you go. Yeah, Prisoner's Dilemma. Oh shit, that's yeah. Fear and invisible treachery. That's yeah. Huh? Oh Jesus.
Oi.
Yeah, talk. Ooh. Daw, thank you for the 9-month resub. That's Twitch, baby. Aw. Theme of second Zero Escape is the Prisoner's Dilemma? It seemed like it was also the theme of the first one. Between you and me, I called dibs on Toko. I'm all about Sakura. Toko's awesome, though. Although apparently she's got a backstory that's pretty fucked up. Are you able to connect with Hifumi's fanfic passion in this game? Yes! I love the idea of a professional fanfic writer. Oh shit. Oh man. Somebody's gonna put a fucking fork in her spine. Yeah. Blue Extra Season 2, yay or nay? I haven't even seen Season 1, so... Skeptic about Mass Effect Andromeda? Are you gonna play it? I wanted to know your thoughts. I'm gonna try it, yeah. I want it to be good. I think it's been in development for long enough to be good. That was the thing that really bugged me about Mass Effect 2 and... Or, sorry. God. I have shit in my throat right now. About Dragon Age 2 and Mass Effect 3. Those kind of came out back-to-back, and... It was impressive how quickly they turned them around, but at the same time, they were scant. They were not done. There were so many corners cut, man. You can't make a franchise that is all about putting in a lot of content to reward story decisions, and then put out an entry in that franchise that is all about trying to smash as many of those together because you don't have the time to make the content to reward them. I'm thinking about getting an AMD Radeon RX 480 for 1080p gaming. Do you think it's worth it? I don't know much about Radeon cards. I apologize. Oh no. Stop eating shit. I should stop eating shit. It's getting caught in my throat. Seems that you are liberal, Democrat, Bernie or Hillary. Oh my lord, I need to go to bed now since it's getting late. May I see this in chat tomorrow? I'll express my opinion as polite as possible. Alright, Turbo. Bear in mind, while I'm all for the civil exchange of ideas, sometimes just keeping your opinions to yourself is also an option. Especially if you are fucking... I'm not saying you are. But if you're pro-discrimination, maybe keep that shit to yourself. And yeah, definitely not gonna chase after her. That would be terrible. Hifumi, what you got to say back there, buddy? Talk to Ishimara, please. Alright. I guess that's right. Oh boy. Thanks, bud. Hifumi. Alright. Wait, which one's Hifumi? I don't remember. Wait, what? Oh, I was already talking to him. Wait, who did you want me to talk to, Jess? I fucked it up. Ishimaru, right. Yes. Oh, no one's gonna... Fuck, no one's gonna... No one's gonna say anything, are they? Not even cool, bro. Oh, no. I legit want to look like that guy when I grow up. Who, Hifumi? I want to look like a human squirrel. The only pro you should be is pro anime. J. Cruz, I 100% agree. If only we all loved anime. Yeah, right. Main stun. Discrimination is not discrimination. Use logic and stop being edgy. Well, that's the problem. People are using logic to be edgy. They're finding ways, like, twisted self-applied logic to make it okay. It's willfully not seeing the spirit of what's going on. Or willfully being okay with the spirit of what's going on and playing the same noise game to cover it up. Which... It's a pretty cyberpunk as shit thing to do, but I didn't know it would happen this quickly. Thank you, Swesty. Anime has the power to unite the world after this stream. That's right. Do not discriminate against squirrels. Don't discriminate against anything.
So?
Except discriminators. It's funny how that turns out, right? And then they'll use that as logic that you're not allowed to. Sure. Gotta go after Sayaka. Yeah, I think you're right. Alright, Sayaka, where are you at? It seems like this is... It would be ideal for her to be dead now, right? Like I find her all stabbed. You meant if it were real. Herp, herp. She's in Class A. Oh, come on, man. Watch the spoilers now. I'll figure it out. No need to, throw it all out. Oh, by the way, somebody said left bumper was magnet vision, and it's not. I think it's Y, actually, so... Triangle. Got handed to Steph. She seems to know what's up politically. She's very active. She's very opinionated. She doesn't take anyone's shit. Those are all things I love her for. Massacres are great, and I support them 100%. Thank you guys for bringing massacres to my attention, by the way. Let's see here, it's Y is also map. I really enjoy hearing about bizarre internet subcultures. Oh, jeez. She looks all fucked up. That was me, and I apologize for the misinformation. Oh, okay. No worries. Nibrino says there's nothing else to do if you talk to everyone. I'm not going to spoil anything. Okay. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Season 2, get good. I watched the first 3 episodes, and I don't like Jotaro on... hold on a minute. On the podcast segment, yeah. I watched the first 3 episodes, and I don't like Jotaro or the stand thing, but I really like Season 1 Dio. I haven't seen that particular season, so I couldn't tell you. I saw the, last JoJo series. I watched most of that, and then I saw 10 or 15 episodes of the new series. New meaning, 2012, 2013. So I'm behind on that. God damn. I don't know. That's an emotion, too. What type of game is this? Chalk Crunch, I would say it's probably closest to a visual novel. There's a bit more video game to it, but... Uh-oh. Gonna have to choke her out. There's something you may not have known about Japanese culture. A certain Japanese company advertises on the bearer region between a woman's stocking and the edge of her skirt. Advertises? You mean like they write stuff in there? Yeah. Yeah, there you go. This dude's really holding it down. Real leadership abilities right now. She's definitely not going to have a knife in her neck before the day is out. Oh, sure you will. Man, you want to get laid hard. Bonk. She's so pure and feeble. Must protect her. So very moe. They're literally putting their company's ads on women's legs. Don't know how, but they do. It's not the first time people have advertised on human bodies. God damn, I'm sorry. I think Cherry Coke Zero puts frogs in my throat. Sayaka's fucking weak. Well, those big doe eyes. Man, she is gonna get killed so hard. Oh, Jesus. So moe. Sayaka will not survive the winter. No. She's not gonna survive the next hour. She's already tilted. Do you like the new Resident Evil film? I've always enjoyed watching them with my dad. That and Underworld films are... Yeah. Yeah, I did actually a lot. You know, it's not fine cinema, but it's not trying to be. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really fun, stupid action film, and it actually wrapped together the entire plot line of Resident Evil movies. So you should go check it out. I think it's a fun movie, especially if you feel like you got a thing going. You share that series. What does moe even mean? It's a specific sort of appeal that's really creepy if you really get down to it, but it's essentially like it's a character that's cute and innocent. And the way that I've always heard it described is it invokes the desire to protect. So it's something so adorable and like vulnerable and innocent that you want to protect it. And that aspect, that's kind of like how kawaii just means cute, but it's a little more profound than that. Moe is kind of a version of that, where there's usually cute, small, diminutive female characters that make you feel like you're their parent or guardian or something. I don't know. It's all a little weird, but it's a whole thing. Boing. It's standing up. What are you talking about? That's awesome. Hey, bro, you got a boner. Man, Monokuma's this #1 troll. Can you give us your best moe face? No. I'm not moe. I'm the hardcore doodly awesome side of anime. Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. Ugh. I'm turning in for the night. Alright, Mike. Show you my Ahayago. Cross eyes, and I actually can't stick out my tongue, so I can't do that either. Fucking sucks. I think it's impossible to accurately describe the word moe to someone who doesn't watch anime. That was my conclusion. I think you can get close, but I think there is something about it that you kind of need to see it in context. For me, I didn't really get moe until I met somebody who really liked moe, or talked to on the internet. An anime like K-On! All the main cast are school-age girls geared towards older men. Like, what the fuck, Japan? Yeah, Omar, so I'm not going to defend pedophilia in any level, but I genuinely believe stuff like K-On! Is more about being nostalgic for the innocence of youth, maybe a certain sense of youth that you never had. I think things like that play more into Japanese culture than maybe we in America can understand. the way that it was described to me, and this makes a lot of sense now that I heard it talked that way, or described this way, is that in Japan, kids aren't kids. Kids are adults. They work all the time. They go to school all the time. They're basically inundated with responsibility from a very early age. So they're not allowed to play and be free and have fun until they graduate from college, university, and get a job. They're working and studying or participating in extracurriculars for their entire life until then. And that's when they're adults and they have jobs and they're contributing to society. And then culturally, it's like, okay, now you can play. Now you can choose to be childlike if you want to, because you've kind of come over the hump. And again, this is me hearing it third person, but or second person, I should say. But seeing the media, it makes a lot of sense. The idea is that once you're an adult, you're allowed to play and do what you want with your free time. But while you're a kid, that's when you work. So that's why, like, I think that's why there's so much media for adults that celebrates childlike innocence. I don't think it's a sexual thing most of the time. I just think it's because adults have this weird infatuation with childlike freedom because they often don't get to have it. How far in the game? I'm still not that. Oh, same in Hong Kong? Yeah? Kinson? It's really fascinating because I think we in America tend to view some of the expressions of that as perverted or backward. The fact that adults can be childish or enjoy childish things. But I think that process comes from an entirely different early phase of life. In America, in the West, I would say, it's encouraged for children to have free time and explore and be free and play and not worry about adult responsibilities. But it's not that way everywhere. Watching this is truly the reason for my constant resistance to indulge in some anime because of my yearning to become anime hot. It's just so depressing knowing you'll never have the sleek animated features. To a point, yeah. To a degree, you can also control the body you have. It just takes a while. Would you be willing to admit that many MLB players cite you as an inspiration and source of sexual energy? Like Major League Baseball? Maybe. Oh, gotta turn off auto. When I was a kid, I saw very little anime, and in my adult life, I've seen one. It was Hellsing Ultimate. Ever see it? No, I only saw the original Hellsing. Thanks for the insight. Only knew a bit about that. I mean, Scully, I wouldn't put... I am by no means... Oh yeah, Boku no Pico. Man. Most shows, even when disgusting, I can make it through, but Boku no Pico kind of turned my stomach a little bit. That was a little too much. A little too much for me. Oh yeah, Sayaka's just fine. She's gonna get stabbed. Gonna go to buy lunch? Alright, Kinson. Thanks for joining in. I watched Seika no Quasar and I couldn't handle Boku no Pico. I have a collar. Uh-oh. Just Lawrence flashed the cam. I did, it's true. Whole dick, half nad. Oh, she went to spend the night in my apartment? Oh. Oh man. Think you played through this before? No, I have not, Obnoxious Mammal. This is my first run. Ooh. They're fucking with you. Yeah. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I guess there was a shooting at a mosque in Quebec City. Fuck. Well, yeah, a mosque went up in flames in Texas, right? There is legit something to the fact that crazy people feel emboldened by this crap. She wants the D, that's right. When women are scared, they go sex wild. She's staying the night, she damn well better. Just I love how much you don't like Sayaka. You match whatever we donate. Yes, Swagmaster, I do. If it gets too ridiculous, that's a good problem to have, and it may take me a while to put in all the payments, but I'll do it. I'll do it. Hey, no! Makoto, don't be an... Oh my god, what? Makoto, come on, man. Tuck your balls away, dude. Just go crank one out in the bathroom so you can think clearly. Oh, shit. You're getting played, dog. Oh, let me guess. They're gonna switch rooms. And then somebody's gonna bust in and kill her in my room. Right? Yep. Should have played Corpse Party instead. I don't know. Are they? Don't do it, Makoto. No! No! I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Wait, she's psychic. She should know she's gonna get killed. She's fucking playing me. That bitch is gonna be so dead. Oh. What if she got a piss? Or can I walk in on her taking a shower? Accidentally? Oh, she's very perceptive. Ooh. Hold on. Frankie just subbed. At this moment of pure tension, we got a sub. I gotta play some songs. Hold on. The problems I have with games like these is they take your choice away from you sometimes. Yeah, Theron, they have to. That's kind of the difference between, you know, an interactive novel and a game. A real video game gives you, freedom within its rule set. I mean, why would you argue about civil rights when it was already resolved? Everyone's equal, and I don't know why you still think it's... I don't know why you still don't think it's been resolved. I don't know what you're saying. Are you saying because the federal court put a stay on it that the whole issue has been resolved permanently? Because it absolutely has not. Don't know what you're getting at there, man. It hasn't been resolved. So, Frankie Excel, thank you for your subscription. I'm going to play this jam for you. And it's thematically appropriate. Powerful memes. Songs from Makoto not being able to get that puss. Two kinds of music, good and bad, and they exist in every genre? Absolutely. It is a... What is it? There was a... I remember there was some... I can't remember exactly what it was, but there was some science fiction author who was talking about the average quality of science fiction writing. And he said something to the extent of, like, 95% of science fiction is crud because 95% of everything is crud. And I was like, yeah, that's a really... Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Dingus says, if I ever met you in a random hotel bar, would you let me come up to you and buy you a drink? And maybe see if we have common taste in Tex-Mex. I'll buy. Yeah, sure, Dingus. I wouldn't turn away free shit. God of Shimigami says it should resolved. The only thing people should stop doing is complaining. Everyone has been equal for many decades. Complaining will just start debates. Well, God of Shinigami's... It's wonderful that you think that's true. And I don't mean that to sound as condescending as it may. Because I think certain things are true, too. I think that that's not true at all. But that's okay. If you think everything's equal, then... And also, if you're concerned about starting debates, why did you come in here, unbidden, without being asked, and say, shut up, everything's fine? That's you starting a debate. Well, you were totally fine. So your behavior is very illogical there. And I'm using logic against you now for that. I guess saying against was a little too confrontational. But hopefully you see my point there. I see where you're coming from, and I'm not going to try and talk you out of it. But in return, I would ask you maybe not try and force your worldview on everyone else. That's why I can't get into visual novels, because you get into situations like the one you're in now, yeah. It's weird, right? It's the dissonance of feeling like you're controlling the narrative and then being reminded that you aren't. Or rather, mentally having to separate the parts you can decide and the parts you can't. It was a joke. Wait, who's Dingus? How long am I going to stream? A couple more hours. Moboy says, for the first time watching an esport live stream, and it was the CSGO E-League. It was crazy to see it on TBS and 1 million viewers on a single stream on Twitch. Wow. I didn't know that, I didn't know it got so many viewers. That's awesome. Forgive me, an uninformed Canadian, but I thought a federal judge overturned the White House's decision. Are things not fully resolved? No. In my opinion, they won't be fully resolved until he's impeached and tried for violating the U.S. Constitution and the civil rights of people who had legal visas. So, no, because he'll just do it again. There has to be a consequence for this. A legal consequence. Oh yeah, I can root around in her room now. What'd she throw away? Shut up, Makoto! Oh, her DVD. Okay. Now we get to watch out what freaked her out so much. I'm in a girl's room! In a visual novel, you, the protagonist, isn't usually a blank slate, since they are just a character you have the most influence on. Yeah. It's weird, right? Because there's a character in most visual novels, but it's also the most generic character. So that I think readers can impress themselves on them, right? Like, it's usually a dude who maybe graduated high school and hasn't been accepted to college yet, and he's trying to figure out what's going on in his world, and he's surrounded by all these hot chicks, and it's just... Yeah, smell the bed. Steal her used tampons. Damn right. Sniff everything. Oh, Jesus. Creepy. Creepy. Why did I get a coin for that? It's time for you to panty raid her. Damn right. So I guess, yeah, you're supposed to go out and watch the tape. Oh, okay. I guess it's time to just poke around on everything. I'm not pro or against Trump. Everyone has made mistakes. He's our president now, and we should respect that. If you don't, I'd like to know why, so I can somewhat get what you're trying to say. Okay. I think he lost the popular vote. I think that he got in on slight technicalities because of the Electoral College and dividing votes. But yes, by the letter of U.S. law, he is the president, so cool. Doesn't mean I have to like it. Definitely doesn't mean I have to respect him. And, in my opinion, he seems to pretty directly violate the U.S. Constitution. So... Alright, I tapped on enough stuff. So that's where I'm at. Hold him accountable for his actions. And it'll be a pretty sad day if he can skate by because he had a gang of lawyers review his ban before he put it into practice. See you, B-Ham. Sleep well. Or should you just be B? I don't know. Oh boy, Monokuma's Theater's here. So, now the test is out there. I've said stuff. Now, are you going to sit there and quietly ingest that information, or are you going to try to pick it apart? Would it be easier to not make an MC at all? Just let us be the main character directly without taking effort in a very generic character. Maybe it's because artwork and scenes involving the main character and another character? Not really, no. Tomas, a lot of visual novels have a character's face that's like covered in shadow, so it's essentially not a main character. There's just enough detail there to make it make sense in a world of other actual characters, but most of the visual novels I played have a very one-dimensional, like, cutout that is the main character. Dingus' favorite style of beer? An avid home brewer and beer nerd just wondering. I haven't had as much beer as I would like. But of the beer I've had, I really like ales. I really like doubles and triples. I like stouts. I like, I'm not a big fan of the hop explosion of all the India Pale Ales and things like that. A nice ale is fine, but I like, I guess, more savory, earthy beers. Oh boy. Your opinion is false. He's not violated the Constitution. Also, it's not a ban. Merely a grace period before entrance. But all that said, let's go back to Danganronpa. Well, Leon, whatever. The courts will settle that out. All I can say is that it's kind of like, there was a moment when I was a kid, and like, I was still a pretty devout Christian, but I was reading the Bible, and I was like, man, God's kind of a total dickwad, just kind of a major asshole. This depiction of Old Testament God to me did not seem like a loving God at all. So, I made a conscious decision, like, I don't like that God. And that means one of two things. That means either the Bible does not reflect who God is and what God would do, which means it's not divine word. That means that it is an old book that has been translated a lot of times and is maybe a little off about the true reality of the nature of God as I perceive it. But I can step outside of that and say, if it is true, I don't want to worship that God. And that doesn't mean that the real God is different. It just means that this depiction of a God doesn't seem like a very loving God. So in the same way, I was okay, sort of okay, biting my tongue and just being like, okay, Trump's president, that's fine. But that crossed the line. And I didn't, I guess I was naive in thinking it wouldn't come so quickly, but it did. And it's not okay. So, not okay by me. And even if the country ban doesn't violate the Constitution, giving preference to Christians does. So, George W. Bush firmly assumed that Islam is a religion of peace. He even spoke with the imamate? I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce that, I'm sorry. Overseas to discuss things diplomatically. Yeah, I mean, even post 9/11, George W. Bush still did speeches that preached inclusion and acceptance. And Trump can't even do that. All he can do is hide behind technicalities, so... if that's gonna work, it'll work. Uh-oh. Imamate? Imamate. Okay. Thank you for spelling it out phonetically. It's imame. Well, now I've got two different words. Imame? Shh, my boy. The problem is, it shouldn't be politics, right? It's just basic human decency. And if people say it's not, that's fine. Maybe keep that to yourself. Ooh. Singular imam. Oh, okay. Imam? Got you. Okay. Imam. Okay. Imam. I'm learning. Or have they? Sayaka's not here. Oh. Man, she got murdered. Gotcha, my boy. Sorry, man. Oh, imamate means like leadership? Okay. Can't we all just get along or fight on the internet? Only no bombs? Yeah, Fluttershyster? Or Fluttershyster? I'm not sure what the STYR goes, but... somebody tweeted, can't we just all go back to calling each other gay on the internet? I remember thinking... That's a nice feeling. Uh-oh. 'Cause she did. She got a knife in her back. Chat started moving real fast. Yeah, that exploded up there, yeah. Bet you did some fucked up shit and is gonna blame you for it. That's right. She framed me. That bitch. Oh no. Not taking the popular vote as definite is so weird for me coming from another country. I not imagine having that problem on top of the usual discussion here of there being fraud in every election that has had. Yeah, it's a whole clusterfuck. Oh no. Theron says, have to say about my time in the military, when you're in basic, the only reading material you were allowed besides military text was religious text. So I pretty much read all the official texts from most of the religions out there. And in the end, I decided to step away from religion. Almost every faith constantly contradicts each other within their own text. Yeah. Yep. I mean, that's to me, that's the proof that of human interaction. If it's divine, it shouldn't self-contradict, right? Oh, jeez. So, if you... I feel like there's a couple of things that are given. If you accept that the Bible or any other religious text is the sort of human lens through which divinity is seen or experienced, then you have to give a little bit when it comes to the interpretation of that text. You have to see it with a bit of a like a gray lens, a bit of an interpretive lens. It's not just the rule of the word. And once that happens, then I feel like, oh shit. She did. Man. Think you should get some sleep now? Alright, Black Spies. Spikes, sorry. We finally got to a full, dead teenager. Cool. How many people are in, or how many chapters are in this game? Is it one chapter per person? Uh-oh. Got that high C tropical berry blood. One chapter per murder, gotcha. From what you said earlier, I would recommend a good Belgian quad or an Imperial Stout, possibly a Baltic Porter. Yeah, high alcohol content, absolutely. Yeah, Dingus, that's why I like triples and things like that. Here's my opinion on illegal immigrants. They should be paying taxes and other things such as other Americans do. On the other hand, building a wall is a little too far. Not on the Democratic side, not much on the Republican either. Both sides put in smart points. Maybe I agree with both, or is it just deep inside that I have one side I follow more without knowing it? Hey man, at least you acknowledge some gray area there. To me, it's almost like, before all belief and opinion, let's get down to the bottom part. Do you need to see the world in absolute terms? Like, everything of this is bad, everything of this is good, and we have to hit it with an axe until we fix it. Or are you more like, you know what, this shit's complicated, and maybe we can do a better job, but the people who've been doing it till now weren't trying to destroy everything, so the situation is how it is for a reason. The moderation seems to have left. The faith that people before were doing a decent job. Maybe not great, but decent, and that's a handoff point. Why do we have to burn everything down and build it back up? We're destroying hundreds of years of very smart people doing their jobs. Spicy Kumquat writes, isn't the first presidency that's turned out like this? It's a common theme. Hold on a minute. And it should change, and I understand people hating Trump for giving us 4 more years without change. But in reality, I can count the number of days on my hand until 90% of the population forgets about what Trump did that they were outraged about 2 days ago. I think that the blame can be put on one man, and the other people to blame aren't just Trump supporters. Well, yeah. I mean, I think you can't villainize an entire group. Kind of like you can't villainize all Muslims for a couple of them being extreme. Kind of like you can't villainize all white Americans for the ones that blow up fucking schools and nightclubs. So yeah, it's almost like the world doesn't operate on very simple rules. To me, that's kind of where all those conversations should start. Do you think we live in a comic book world or a really complicated world? Oh. I know that you don't want to talk beer, but you're in a great state to explore it. I implore you to explore the gamut of beer around you, because a great drink is... Yeah, no, dang it, I am a beer fan. I love beer. It's delicious. Everything about it's great. But I've been avoiding it for calorie reasons. Now, if I ever am able to cut weight enough to where I can start bulking again, I'll have beer again, and I'm looking forward to it. Obnoxious Mammal says, let's be fair, white people don't normally blow shit up. They just shoot everyone inside of it. You're right about that. You are right about that. Illegal immigrants can contribute a significant amount in taxes through sales taxes and property taxes, assuming they aren't vagrants. They may even pay income taxes they aren't getting paid under the table. Yeah. I'm not an economist, so I'm not going to comment on that. Huh? Senator Rand Paul made a good point. Create a host program for immigrants who can't buy property. Set up programs to find work. Immigration has great economic benefits, along with simply being the right fucking thing to do. I agree. There's ways to support our economy and also not be inhuman. What's your thoughts about the First Amendment? How do you feel about the Second Amendment? Personally, I feel like it is very outdated in modern society, as the concept of creating militias to defend the homeland is very non-existent in America today. I personally don't see the need for the Second Amendment, but at the same time, also acknowledge that it means a lot to a lot of Americans. And for that, I think it deserves protecting. But protecting the Second Amendment on one hand does not jive with a lot of policies that, I don't know. I don't want to stereotype, especially of groups that aren't here that I'm not talking to. Would he drink while cutting? I don't. That's the problem, granted. Sometimes I'll skip a meal and have a drink or two in place of it. But no, you just kind of can't drink if you're trying to lose weight. It'd be like trying to lose weight and eating candy. You just can't do it. What's up, Paulstom? Oh, yeah, I'm glad I could play all those Kraftwerk tracks for you. Hey, Drunken Bar Fight, what's up? Oh. A terrible price. So wait, wouldn't you know who killed the person because they get out, right? They're allowed to leave? So why does there need to be a trial? There's the person who died and the person who's let free. I don't drink, I thought it was my thing. I've tuned it way back because I'm trying to lose weight. What's up, Kick Flips? Oh, boy. People go free if they don't get caught in the trial. Okay. Oh, jeez. Dev gets shot up with a Gatling gun? Pretty good description. Ivias, let's see here. I think in this case we can absolutely say that all Trump supporters are the roots of all this. Every man and woman that supported him was aware of his intentions. They knew his goal and his future diplomacy intentions. I don't know about that. I think that this was clear for the people who are paying attention. But I also think not everybody pays that close of attention. I think some people were just conservative-minded and maybe voted by ticket, or perceived Hillary as the perpetuation of an institution that didn't do anything for them. I can see a number of reasons that somebody would vote for Trump aside from being racist or religiously discriminatory. The sad thing is, that stuff should have disqualified him, but it didn't. Yeah, so, yeah, New Barino, I think you nailed it. Some people, like in Brexit, voted to fuck the system. And I get that too, but it's also kind of scary. is the system that bad that you just want to destroy it? Maybe it is. You know what? Maybe it is. And that's the thing that I think I find the most valid. The fact that things got so bad for a portion of America that they were willing to vote for the most nuclear option they had. That sucks, man. And instead of thinking, like, how could you support him? My thoughts are more like, is the situation really so bad that you felt like you had to? And, fuck, man, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that the government, or me, or whatever, whoever was supposed to be listening to you this whole time wasn't. I'm sorry that that's what you got pushed to. And I'll sure as shit listen to you now, because fuck, we can't do that stuff. We can't do that stuff. Can't. Little did I know, I developed a second personality that behaves like Lars, and since Lars is the most popular singer, decided to kill the ultimate pop sensation. Damn right. I had to take her out. My fame shares the stage with nobody.
Huh?
The problem is that those people don't think about the consequences of their actions, and after the fact they mostly regret it. Maybe. I can't speak on behalf of all those people. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of Americans. That's a lot of voting American citizens. And I don't know. They deserve a vote. They deserve to be listened to as much as I do. I'd love to be a fly on the wall in history conferences / lectures, whatever, 100 years from now, watching people analyze this madness. I don't think we're done. That's the problem. I'm gonna think about it when I'm gonna think about it in that respect when I'm fairly confident it's over. I don't agree with you a whole lot of things. I don't agree with you on a whole lot of things politically, but I really appreciate you talking through your opinions and feelings on stream and helping people understand. It's really awesome. I mean, that's all. Sentiments like that are all I can hope for. We have to be able to disagree but still respect each other. And that comes with fucking conditions. I'm not gonna disagree and respect a fascist. I'm not gonna disagree and respect somebody who is in favor of discrimination. But yeah, no, I'm glad that at least civil communication can still happen somewhere on this in America. Stool says, I think some of his supporters only voted for him because he was the only candidate that won their party's endorsement and they didn't care about his other stances. It's like there was only one frontrunner that is even mentioning the one thing I care about, like with the union workers, battleground states. Yeah, I mean, Stu, that's totally valid, right? That's totally valid. Imagine you're a blue-collar worker, you had a machining job that went away, and you're told by every bit of media that surrounds you that it's because of the immigrants, it's because of illegal labor. You're gonna vote for the one candidate that at least acknowledges you're in the fucking country, right? The one candidate that is you know, campaigning in your state and saying, I am listening to you. I will go to government and get you work. You're gonna vote for that guy. I get it. I totally get it. And I think it's kind of, like I said, I think it's a total shame that some people felt like that was their best option. So yeah, I get that. I get that, and I don't think that deserves being, censured or called terrible things. Like, that's totally different than, you know, being a racist or whatever. Like, motherfucker, I'm just trying to provide for my family. The sad thing is, by my perception, which is flawed, you know, I'm no sociologist, but it really seems like the world is moving on from an entire, like America's, it's an information economy now. The economy moved. It wasn't immigrants. That's how it perceives to me. But then again, I have the privilege of being able to learn new skills, you know? I worked my way through college, I picked up another trade after that, so. Do you have any advice for somebody just below the voting age who feels stuck in a terrifying roller coaster every day in their lives since the election? No, Grizzled, you have to wait until you can vote. I'm sorry. Of course they deserve a vote and voice their opinion, but when you vote, you should vote logically, not because of a whim or to piss someone off. I don't know, man. That's the whole point of voting, right? People can vote however they want. You can't tell them how to vote. And through voting, people get the government they deserve. So, if America wants to vote compulsively, they'll get a compulsive government. That's just how it goes. Curveball, you get to choose any Fast and Furious vehicle. Which one? I want the flippy car from Furious 6. They added it to Grand Theft Auto. It's so fucking great. Ah, that's cute. The blackened. No, Swesty. That's the fun part. You get to vote at 18. You can drink at 21. You can vote, smoke cigarettes, and get shot in war before you can drink. Because America loves alcohol but hates it at the same time. Fucking conservative Christianity runs deep. How do you feel about the pussy grabbing thing? Because couldn't you compare that to a lot of the things you say on Funhouse, where he could have just been joking? Or do you fall into the stance that may have been true, but a man like that shouldn't be running our own country? Spicy Kumquat, I think context is important. He didn't say it in front of a camera. He said it in confidence to somebody else, talking about how awesome it was to hit on chicks. He also had several women come forward and say he did that to me. So, he said he did it. In private, in confidence. Women said he did it, and still some people refuse to think that that's true. If it were me, that should disqualify him from running the American military. But, whatever. Voters didn't care. Which blows my mind, but now I know. Hey, at least now I know. At least now I know what the standard of decency in this country is. And again, I think that should reflect more on some people felt pushed so far they had to vote for him. You know, Republicans and Democrats will always have more power over each other in the next century. I don't know what that means. Republicans and Democrats will always have more power over each other in the next century. Huh. I don't think I understand what you're saying. Execution. I wasn't saying I don't agree with you, just bringing up talking points to get an opinion. Gotcha, that's fine. The beef is that it took some of the top GOPers that long to say, yeah, I don't like this guy anymore. Yeah, no, it's scary how many of them said they didn't like him, and then they were cool with it. And, even now, they're not saying anything. Which, it makes me wonder why is nothing being said now? Are people that scared? So I don't know. If you get it wrong. Jeez. So you cannot go forward after getting it wrong, right? That's just game over. What gets overlooked in that interview is when he said, I moved on her like a bitch. What does that mean? Is he trying to sound cool because we're more self-deprecating than anything? Yeah, Jared. I don't know, man. No, I don't know. What's ridiculous to me is that both sides came out with allegations of sexual assault, Bill and Trump. Well, Bill wasn't the other side, it was Hillary Clinton, but both pledged to bring them to justice. Afterwards, nothing happened. Just goes to show you neither candidate actually give a fuck about you. Wait, what? What do you mean bring to justice? There's no justice there. The justice was he lied under oath. And that happened like a decade ago. Think it's gonna be your dad. I think you already have a dad. That's probably good. Oh, that's nice. Just updated that little iPad. Bleep. Taylor covered his crimes up. Cheating on your wife is not a crime. What the hell? It didn't violate any law. I mean, lying under oath did. But it was also about a private thing that also didn't matter, so... I just burned my finger and part of it is now brown. What do? Hold ice on it and take some ibuprofen, man. It's gonna sting for a while. Before the trial starts, remember reviewing all your clues and truth bullets to know when to use them. I don't have any truth bullets. Oh, you've never met your dad? Shit, man. New stuff adopt me. I love anime and Overwatch. Yeah, I guess. Then it's pretty easy, huh? Seems like the world has gone to shit ever since Trump took office. Personally, playing games and chilling out is all I will do, but the world still seems pretty messed up. It's getting shooken up a little bit, huh? Oh, thank you, Cyborg. There are some things we'll never know personally about Trump and Hillary. Yeah, I mean, most things we'll never know. Attitude towards it was this. What if that was my mother or my sister's Trump was talking about? I just could not in good conscience vote for a man like that. Yeah, it's weird how more people didn't really think about it like that. I'm just cool with it. When certain policies are talked about that could have a serious impact on a funhouse as a business, do you get anxious and worry about the future? Or do you feel steady and secure? I know for a fact I'd buy a DVD every month through content if I had to, but you know what I mean. Yeah, Spicy, I've been thinking about that. I don't know. It depends how it all goes. Trump starts a fucking war. I mean, that changes everything. If he invades a goddamn country, if he starts war with China, you know, and I'm tempted to believe that would never happen, but I also didn't think he would actively discriminate against all Muslims this quickly. Blah blah blah, not Muslims, whatever. Oh, of course there's an anime stomping on sequence. We're moving to Japan. See? Yeah. That would mix up Funhouse quite a bit, wouldn't it? Jeez. Alright, Omar. Have a good night. Oh, what? Whoa. Oh, shit. Wow. This is my opinion, but if we knew everything about Trump and Hillary, they'd both get disqualified from the election. Hillary's been a lawyer and in politics for 40 years. I tend to believe that she's more clean than a private businessman who lies about everything. Just my opinion. But it is an opinion, so whatever. Printed off a poster based on you from the Funhouse subreddit? Cool. Yeah, I'll V2. I'll check it out. Thank you. Man, I like Junko. Wow. Fuck. Oh, damn, they stamped on the gas real quick. You're not allowed to stomp on the bear? Shit. Trump doesn't lie. He provides alternative facts. Yeah, right? As long as I believe it's true, it's true. And then whatever information I have to make up to support that is okay, because I believe it's true, and my belief is perfect. Jesus. This is your first playthrough of Danganronpa. It is, Dines. Actually, yeah, it is. This is a blind playthrough. It is. This is my first playthrough totally blind. Man. God damn. Fucking dead. Bong. Have you ever watched Space Adventure Cobra? I've never even heard of it. That sounds awesome. Which anime lady do you want to fuck now? Yeah, they're dropping like flies, aren't they? It's like, no, she's seriously dead. I killed her. It's awesome. The creepy girl. I like her. The one who hates people. She's still my favorite. Sakura, close second. I don't remember her name. I haven't seen Space Dandy. I watched the first episode and I didn't quite get it. You're pretty smart when you're playing to other people's opinions. I don't think it's smart. It's just it's not being absolute about everything. You know? That's what blows me away. It's always got to be 100% right, 100% wrong. I think people mistake absolutism for conviction. Like, if I am 100% about everything, therefore I have good worldviews, because the best worldviews are unassailable, right? It's mistaking compromise for weakness. Gosh. Dinu says, I would say I'm a pretty logical man, trying my best to look at an issue on both sides. Lately, though, every time I look at the news, I have to make a double take. I find myself getting very angry and incredibly confused. Do you have any advice to help understand the way Republican politicians like Paul Ryan have started to bend over like bitches? Thanks and love your streams. Dinu, all I can hope... So, to me, and I don't know anything about the behind the scenes of it, And also everything's getting tossed up, and it's pretty crazy these days. All I can figure is that they... Yeah, only Siths deal in absolutes. Exactly, Vanden. All I can figure is that... So it's one of two options, and I don't know which one is more realistic. The first is that none of them... I mean, I respect the shit out of Senator McCain and all the other GOP members that said, this is wrong. Good for them. It's really... If you think about politics, there's really no reason for a politician to say anything unless they think it will help their re-election. Or it'll help their standing with the people, because that's the whole point. You represent the people. You are their mouthpiece. So, it's possible that the senators and congressmen and women that aren't talking are being told by their constituents, don't say anything. You're doing what we want. And if that's where America is, that's the where it is, and that's what we need to acknowledge. It's also possible they're being maybe not manipulated, but pressured in a certain way with some kind of leverage that I don't understand, because I don't know politics that well. Or they are taking the time to provide a measured response, or they're laying low until all of the thrash is done. I don't know. I don't know. Also think that both CNN and Fox News are both unfair with talking about each candidate. Well, yeah, I mean, they're cable news. I think CNN was a little closer to center, but I think PBS is still the most balanced, boring news, and that's why no one watches it, and that's why it's the best. The News Hour is something that I don't understand. Like, there's all this conversation about sensationalized news. Good news is there. It's just nobody watches it because it's not interesting. It's not entertaining. That's the problem. It's not the news. It's the people that refuse to watch good journalism. Yeah, Stu Pickles. No, I understand. Yeah, I know. It's... Paul Ryan's actions are really confusing. Occasionally he'll do something that seems sane, and then his compliance in this stuff just doesn't feel right. Oh yeah, BBC is really good too. Absolutely. You mean NPR? No, PBS. The PBS News Hour. It's video. It's on YouTube. I don't mean radio.
Yeah!
Fox 2020. Well, we just elected Breitbart as president, so... Yes, a news network now runs the country. And is telling you to not listen to any other news. New York Times is recently called it CNN for being so sensationalized. Well, yeah, I mean... Yeah. It's... I'm not saying they're perfect. What news would you recommend? PBS NewsHour. Punch it into YouTube. They do 1 hour every day, world politics, and let me prepare you, because this is something people don't know. A journalist's job is to be as toneless as possible. As a journalist, your job is to deliver the facts, as verified as they possibly can be. That is what PBS NewsHour is. It is an emotionless anchor reading news and reports to you. And then they'll have segments produced by their correspondents and things like that. But it is as objective and unfiltered as news can be. So it may be boring. Just put it on another monitor, you know? Just listen to it while you're doing something. And you know what? If you watch that and you think there's a bias there, fine. Fuck me. But give it a shot. It's fucking fantastic. 80s anime, really reminiscent of Kill Bill in terms of style and universe. Huh. Space Adventure Cowboy. So, set in the far future, the series tells the story of Cobra, who lives an adventurous life until his enemies begin to hunt him down. Cobra surgically alters his face and erases his own memory to hide from his foes and to have a normal life. Okay, that sounds awesome. That sounds really fucking awesome. Yeah, ETC is all about ethics. You should all watch ETC News. Absolutely. Those should be your two sources.
Man.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man, Coco. Was unaware of that one? My objective news is C-SPAN speeches and my own conclusions, PolitiFacts. It's not bad. But yeah, sometimes relying on your gut can be dangerous, because typically it'll tell you what you want to hear, you know? I wonder why the Washington Post was so far off election predictions. I mean, 1%. That's accurate. Trump was pretty lucky. Yeah? Can I plug the couple of podcasts I listen to? Sure. Whatever you want, man. Yeah, the election results are It's a whole thing. Pretty incredible. Pretty incredible everything. I repeated this question multiple times, so I apologize. Oh, sorry, I really want to hear thoughts. How do you feel about the fact that he broke his promise of preventing his businesses from influencing U.S.'s foreign policy? I don't know, man. There were, like I said before, there's a number of things he should never have gotten away with, and somehow he did. So, either he owns the people who should be policing him, or he found a way to skate in just under technicalities, which I think might be that. He seems more of a type that will use whatever system he can. So, don't worry about missing clues, because the trial won't start until you have all the clues you need. It's good to know. Yeah, I hear you, Stu. Oh, sounds like you got a pretty good routine set up. Everyone wants to watch news that says, I'm right, and they are the enemy. Sort of a tribal reaction that humans respond to. It's just what I think. No, I think you're right. I think that's pretty demonstrated at this point. It's been that way forever. It's just frustrating. Like, how many times is that... How many times do we have to repeat the same mistakes? Well, if I can keep a level-headed mind through all this political talk, it's hard to find people talking in such a calm manner about politics. I'm going to sleep, but have a pretty interesting night with all this political talk. Thanks for the great stream, and good night. Alright, Dinu, good night to you as well. I mean, the credit's not all me, you know? There's plenty of people here. People still have the capacity to discuss certain subjects with relative maturity. It's just... they adopt the tone that they're given. So, bleh. What's your PC setup looking like at home? You mean like physically or parts-wise? Because the parts I have... Actually, they're still wrong. But, ooh, a link to the Twitch just subscribed. What up? That means we got a sub-hype on our hands. But geographically, I've got my computer on a filing cabinet over here, and in there I kind of keep in my effects controllers and things like that. And then I've got a desk that I've got my monitors and a couple of consoles on here. And then just a terrible mess of wires all crammed in the back next to the wall. Alright, let's listen. Let's get us a jam, huh? Shall we? Who doesn't want a jam? Let's see here. I'm gonna throw this out there. If you don't like jams, you're not an American. So let's listen to a real American jam from a non-American band. Thank you for subbing. A link to the Twitch. Please enjoy your song. Wally Cumberpatch. So first of all, you have an awesome name. They say you used to hear that song working in a Forever 21 in Nashville. I'm surprised you still like it if you had to hear it all the time. I remember... fuck, if you want fucking Staples talk. I remember, Skater Boy was on the music loop at the Staples I worked at. I'd listen to that shit, like, every 3 hours or so. I used to be able to time... Yeah, it's the same people who listen to Mania. Yeah, Drugstore is still going, man. So it's Kumquat. Really respect that. And Dude Soup, you always make the most impartial approach when talking about gaming and certain forms of media you enjoy. And don't dismiss it if you really analyze why it may have just been specifically fallen flat for you, but it could have had a wider appeal. Yeah, I try to be as inclusive as possible. I mean, I would never want to be, like, separatist when it comes to video games. The best thing. C-Sniddles. Or CS-Niddles, I'm not sure exactly which one it goes. Can you have a kiss? Nope, kisses for me cost way more than a sub on Twitch. Uh-oh. Yeah, no, super real. Oh no, he's freaking out. He's freaking out. Toku! Fukawa. She is best girl now. I've been dying to hear the rest of your Best Buy story that Adam didn't strongly refuse to hear. So here's the thing. I don't know what that story is. It may have been edited out because there wasn't, like, I may have just been cut off for comedy's purpose. So you might have to prompt me in case I was referencing an actual event that I can talk about. Yeah, we do. It's just time to talk to people. Right to left. The proper way to read. Oh no. What would be my ultimate skill? This is gonna sound rather conceited. I have an abnormally high pain threshold. So, this is why I think I'm good for stunt work. I'm actually really excited to go to stunt school. It's all booked. Noel Gallagher's High Flying Birds, Chasing Yesterday. It's one of the best rock albums to come out this decade. Huh. I'm not familiar with that one. I'll look it up. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, man. I'll give that a listen. I haven't heard a lot of good rock and roll music, you know? To me, the Fratellis put out a new album, and that was like, good, this will get me through another year, but... Oh, I could vor pop figures? I probably could. I can pop them right in. I don't know that I could swallow, but I can pop them in there, probably. Oh, no. I've never put anything on my ass, but I'll do it for Snape. Carl, if this were the Discord, you know that would get pinned. Yep, they think you did it. You fucking idiot. Oh wait, I just talked to her. Uh-huh. You believe me, right? You have the biggest boobs! You have to be on my side!
No.
Are Fukawa's hands so small? Yeah. The way they play with proportion in anime always amuses me. Especially the tendency to shrink a head to make the body look bigger. The whole, like, Fist of the North Star thing. Face when you try to sub it, your card gets declined. Shit, man. Is it like foreign transactions? Every time every time anything processes my bank account that goes through any other country, it always blocks my card. And if I ever buy anything on the Nintendo eShop, my card gets shut down. It's weird. That dude have corn on the cob haircut? Yeah. I was doing your Hello Neighbor live stream. You spoke about being a salesman for printers, when horribly wrong considering you had zero knowledge about printers. Yeah, I mean, there's just a lot of instances of me trying to help people and not being able to. I mean, I actually gained some knowledge about printers working there, because people would come in and, like, they'd give me a bit of information to try and help them. And sometimes they'd say, like, oh, I had this printer, and I used it for this purpose, and it sucked for that. And I'd be like, okay, I'll file that away. Somebody said that this was bad for that. So typically when somebody asked me for advice, I would just regurgitate all the knowledge I'd gained from the customers back to them. So in a way, it was sort of cumulative in that way. Just talking with people, I did eventually learn some shit about printers, but... No, to start, I didn't know anything. I told them not to. I told them not to put me there, and then they did. Your credit card company's just making sure you don't buy anything from the eShop. But I want to play Dragon Quest! I'm actually... I'm growing fond of air travel. Because, and boy, this is sad, the older I get, the more excited I am to just have, like, downtime, and planes are the most downtime, because you're just sitting in a chair doing nothing for like 10 hours. It's great. Kala is linking a lot of images, which means I gotta click on all them images. Oh, we got Vor images now? Is this Vor chat now? We're gonna save people's civil rights with Vor. Finally. Vor is improving the world as it was always meant to. Man, people are just fucking peacing out. Oh yeah, Pokemon Picross. I need to pick up a Picross game. I was playing through the Game Boy Picross, but I think I lost my save. Jess, what do you have against Vor? Is that a kink too far for you? What is the appeal of anime to you? Skyrim job. Love your name. So that's a complicated answer. It probably shouldn't be. One of the, yeah, because you're fucking flying, right? That's such an amazing thing, Adam. Anime to me is a combination of a lot of factors. Some of it is just legitimately good. Some of it's just good television. And then you can appreciate, like, good soundtracks, good artwork, good storytelling. I think telling things via an animated medium kind of opens you up to do some cool stuff. And some shows do that in a way that a live-action show probably couldn't. So some of it is genuinely good. Most of it is not. What I like about garbage anime is that it is media made especially for a certain group of human beings that I identify with and empathize with, but don't want to be, you know? All the tropey stuff, all of the harem stuff that appeals to lonely dudes who never get laid, all of the weird Oedipus complex stuff that gets thrown into there. There's a whole soup of interesting content, not because the content itself is interesting, but it's interesting for me to watch it and try and dissect not only what the audience who really likes it, what they're getting out of it, but also the fact that somebody else was aware enough of that audience to make content for them and that speak to them in a certain way. So, for me, it's sort of analyzing the psychology of media production, because I think anime is one of the most... It's laced with probably the most overtones and undertones. Oh, Swesty got it. Swesty subbed, which means we play a Swesty song. So, I am going to, I'm gonna declare this now. Swesty, what you did is a normal subscription, which means next month it's gonna bill you automatically. So for you and anyone else that subbed today, if you don't want that to happen, make sure to go ahead and cancel. Because you can just sub this one time and then the money will go. So if you're subbing purely to support the cause, you may want to go ahead and cancel the auto renew on your subscriptions, because otherwise it's just going to keep paying me every month. So just be aware of that. I don't want anyone to get hit with charges they weren't expecting. Oh yeah, Ergo Proxy is pretty cool too. A lot of cool ideas in that. Let's see here. I think I want to play something from this. I think so. Yeah. Alright, this is a pretty good track. It's from a soundtrack. But we listened to so many good soundtracks, I just couldn't help but keep going. Oh, Obnoxious, thank you for the Prime sub. Appreciate that. Alright, Swesty. I'm gonna play you a track. Please enjoy. It's intense. That's intense music. That's like running to the White House music. Black Hawk Down music. Yo, is this Metal Gear? No, actually, it was Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. And yeah, Faust. It was Jesper Kid. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. But Jesper Kid does incredible soundtracks. His work on Unreal Tournament 3 was awesome. That's the soundtrack I bust out every now and again. It's great work music, you know? It's all instrumental, awesome oots stuff. You plan on streaming Breath of the Wild at all when it comes out? Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, with any luck, you can play that game for months, right? I kind of hope. It's probably unrealistic to expect that, but that game looks like the kind of game you could play for months. Just pick up a spot on the map you haven't been to yet. Go get it. I love it. I just love anime because of all the crazy shit. Things like Keijo or Attack on Titan are things that are difficult to see in live action. Eloy, I agree. And I think those two shows are examples of things that could be live action, but animation makes them so much more feasible to realize. There's also sort of that Japanese sense of humor, I think, that you get in Keijo that doesn't exist in other things. Something that is absurd, but still self-serious. I love that shit. What was your major in college? Computer science. Skyrim job. I got a degree to be a software developer, and was for a few years. Yeah, Falrus, I agree. So it's not only... And to me, that self-imposed irony is what I love about Keijo and anime in general, is that it's a show that is very upfront about being all about tits and ass, because it is literally about tits and ass. There's plenty of fan service shots, but there's also just like incredibly well-animated action sequences that, while they are objectively about giant tits and giant ass, are still well-made action sequences with ridiculous animations and crazy moves and... It's like, they didn't have to try, but they really tried. They tried really hard on the dumbest concept. And to me, there's just a sense of a sense of an innate comedy to that I don't get from anything else. Comment about Keijo, there's too much politics. You can do both. Welcome to America. You think that there is a need for more math-savvy programmers in software development? I don't know. You have to have a level of math savviness to get a computer science degree. So I don't know. Salty. Software development is mostly math. It's either math or a mathematical mindset to develop software. And some stuff like graphics design is pure math. How do you think they calculate stuff like where shadows go and how opaque they should be, and what level of lighting hits what part of the face? It's all rays, man. And by I don't mean like sun rays, I mean rays, the math, like the algebra, geometry of it, geography. I'm getting all the words wrong. Whatever, who cares? Double majoring in math and computer science. Okay, I had a fair amount of pretty intense math in my computer science degree. Oh, here we go. Cause of death was a stab wound to the abdomen. There was also an injury to her right wrist, specifically a fracture. So I'm guessing somebody hit her on the wrist with the fake sword, fracturing her arm. Oh, I got a... Is that a bullet? Oh, okay. Sucks onto things. Music is awesome. Watch Gintama. I have not, no. But I think people have recommended it to me more than one. If it has cool battle animation, I'll get into it. Since I have that flight coming up, I can download some stuff onto my phone. I know I joke around 24/7, and I never chill, but how should I start video editing and shit? Oh, it's cool to hear. Download. Do you have any money on hand? You can get Adobe Premiere for $20 a month. It's less with a student discount. I think you're an active student, right, Kala? So you should just look into getting a Premiere subscription, downloading that, and starting to learn it. And it's going to be boring at the beginning. Premiere is free for you. Download Premiere. Download Premiere, go to Adobe's website, and just start reading and doing the helps, like the tutorials. They have entire help sections set up to walk you through all the basics of Premiere, all the basics of beginning to edit, and then the rest you just learn as you go. And it'll be frustrating, and stuff will break, and you'll accidentally hit a button that puts you in a different editing mode you won't know how to get back. It'll be really frustrating for a little bit. You just have to stick with it. And yeah, just follow guides. Just take your time. I think most people get intimidated and don't start. Like, they just don't start. But yeah, Call, if you want to get into it, download Premiere, install it, open it up, open up Adobe's Help Center, just start going through guides one at a time. And then, once you get proficiency for the basic level of tools, then is the fun part, right? Then you let your imagination go, and you think, okay, I've got an idea of something I want to make. And then you sort of have to plot out, okay, how do I go from the blocks that I have, how do I play with those Lego and make this other thing? How do I turn this bucket of Lego into a cool flying pirate ship? And that's what editing is kind of like. You have your resources, you have your clay, you have all your clips. And then through editing, timing, and effects, you can create a flow that creates a different sort of meaning. So, what on earth are you doing up so late at night? It's 10:30. Although speaking of which, I think I'm going to switch to Nier pretty soon. Jess is probably going to be mad at me because I'm close to the first trial. Nope, she's super dead still. The one thing I love from Japan is their gift to the human race, Subaru, and the prized position, the WRX. Actually, hold on, I should read the thing. Wait, I can... Oh, it's the camera, right? Haven't seen any sports anime. Recently started Haikyuu, and I'm enjoying it more than I thought I would. I've been meaning to start Haikyuu. No, damn it. How do I look at my inventory? X. There it was. Please see here. 1:30 a.m. In the bathroom, stab her into the abdomen, right wrist fractured. Alright. The sports anime I've watched the most of is Hajime no Ippo. It's a boxing show. Aside from that, I've seen, I guess Keijo counts, right? I watched Yowamushi Pedal, the first episode. I need to watch more of it. Never thought of maybe doing a coding live stream. I'm sure many computer science nerds would appreciate at least an hour of you showing off your degree. I would have to start a whole project and download, like, Visual Studio again. Yeah, my computer's not even set up for it. I did do some web dev, a while ago. But no, I don't really have the environment for it anymore. And plus, I'm pretty rusty at this point. I haven't coded a couple of years now? Adam, do you like doing proofs? Mathematical proofs? This is weird. This is gonna put me back in the... Oh, okay. You just have to hit back twice. Alright. Oh, Kuroko no Basket. I haven't started that yet. I saw a bit of Slam Dunk and Ice Shield 21. Oh, good night, J. Cruz. Actually... okay. I got all the way to the investigation. That should count for something, right? Oh, sometimes Bro Team streams editing. Gotcha. I edit at work, and I can't really stream to my personal channel while I'm at work, so odds on that are pretty low. Also, like I said before, I'm editing less and less these days. Alright guys, gonna go to another quick break, use the bathroom, get some water, and then I'm gonna start Nier, because I'm excited to start that game. So, more anime to come. See you guys in a bit. Oh wait, hold on, I gotta fix this. Alright. This is the random clicking of me adding video files to the BRB playlist. Man, if only there were a video player that had a shuffle feature. I even tried making a playlist, but the fact that it's on shuffle is not saved in the playlist, so it just played them in the same order every time. And people are really good at detecting patterns, otherwise I would just let it roll over and over. Alright guys, be right back. See you soon.
Hope you have a great day today. Best wishes for a happy birthday from the KCBA Kids Club. John, Vincent, Aaron, Courtney, Timothy, Blaine, Carrie, Joshua, Armando, Tony, Tiffany, Lorena, Lindsay, Luis, Martina, Mitchell, Jeffrey, Jan, Steve, Rachel, Carolina, Betty, and Gretchen. Happy birthday from the Kids Club.
This box.
It's not a box. It's a club!
You mean a golf club?
No, the Craft Cheese and Macaroni Club.
You can get all kinds of neat stuff like, whoa, wrong door.
Like a painter's cap and egg-low shoelaces. And there's a club game book with more neat stuff. Yeah, and fix that door.
You can send in $2.95 and 3 proof of purchase. Details on boxes. Craft macaroni and cheese.
It's not just a box. It's a club!
Isn't this romantic?
Uncle Scrooge and Company have a special message just for you.
Surprise!
All the DuckTales fun and excitement is even better when you share it with a friend.
Ooh, this I like.
So take it from your DuckTales pals, both old and new.
I won't let you down.
They've got good times and plenty of adventure waiting just for you.
We're inseparable.
On Disney's DuckTales.
Tomorrow at 3:30 on the KCBA Kids Club. California's most wanted. Babyface Green wanted for solicitation of laugh. Pretty Girl Warner for unlawful practices of vanity. Scarface Polnicek for hot wiring motorcycles. Big Mama Garrett for constantly offering unsolicited advice. And Wiremouth Ramsey for gross acts of just plain silliness. All were last seen carrying out their various acts of crime. Weeknights at 5 on KCBA Fox 35. No need to call if you see them. Just be warned. You may laugh yourself silly.